Hi, my name is Erin Langwell. It's nice to be here with you today. I'm kind of excited about my new short about confusing physicians and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is one of my conditions, along with many others that you can learn about on my channel description. So, today I want to talk to you about a major topic for me, which is ableism. So, ableism is the intentional or unintentional behavior of acting like it is better to be non-disabled than disabled, to the point where you don't listen to the disabled person, you don't accommodate them when they need to. And I know sometimes people hear accommodate and it sounds really scary, but sometimes it's the littlest things that make the biggest difference and the kindest comments that can help us, because we already go through a lot every single day. And the fact that your kindness could make a difference in this. So, one of the things that helps is just believing us. This isn't a huge thing that you have to research and understand. You don't even, when it comes to understanding our specific conditions, but if we say we're experiencing something, don't question it, because we get questioned all the time. My best friend has a kidney condition, and she's told things like, well, dialysis isn't that bad. Well, if you look up the symptoms of dialysis and the side effects, it's this long, so it is that bad. It really is. And if she says that to you or someone else says that to you, please don't deny what they're going through, because you're not in their body. You don't know what they feel and what they don't feel. And she is not just making things up. What we usually do is we usually don't say everything that's happening. So usually there's more things that you don't know about. And so that is extremely helpful, just to believe us. And that includes believing and accepting that if we say we have something chronic, that it's chronic. So you don't have to say, oh, I hope it feels better, or I hope, because we know that the next day it might not be feeling better, and that it might never consistently feel better. It's going to be day by day, and that's the way it is. Something that might be helpful for you to say instead is something like, oh, that's so hard, or can you help me understand, what does that mean? Like, I get dislocations because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And instead of saying, oh, well, this thing will get better, it would be so much, it's so much better for me when someone says, oh, what does it feel like when it's dislocated? What do you mean by that? Or saying, oh, I'm so sorry, or I'll pray for you, or something like that is helpful. But not trying to correct it, not trying to do it, because we have tried everything that we can think of. And while you're an expert, which most people aren't, it's not really helpful. It just makes us feel like, here we go, we have to explain it again and again of how we can't get chronically better because we can only manage our symptoms. Because I'm on medicine, my best friend's on medicine, she's trying dialysis, she's like, we're doing all these things. And we're doing all the things that our doctors say, and we both have a lot of specialists. So we are doing our part. And it's good for people just to believe that. And to believe that sometimes there just isn't an answer that's positive. And that's just part of life. Another big part is, if you want to help a disabled person, you need to ask us. Please don't just help us. I know that a lot of people have good intention, but I also know that for me, I have asthma. And if you come up to my wheelchair and you start putting things on my wheelchair, I've had asthma attacks before from that. If you want to help me clean my wheelchair, you can ask, and I will ask you what's in the stuff you're going to use. Because I just had an ER visit because someone was trying to help. Please don't try to help without permission. especially with moving a mobility device. A mobility device includes anything from like a wheelchair, a walker, a cane. That is our property, and we do not want you to touch it without permission. We might not have it accessible to us. I've had people move my wheelchair when I was in it and had things dislocate because I have slipping rib syndrome, which means my ribs dislocate easily. So just do us all a favor. And if you want to be helpful, which we would love you to be helpful, then you can ask us. And we can tell you yay or nay and help you understand what ways. Also, if you help us and you do ask us, please listen to what we say. Because I've had people that were helping me, which was great. And then I told them no to something, and then I ended up getting dislocated because they moved my wheelchair. Now, that's not okay. If I'm in my wheelchair and I'm telling you no, you don't get to do something with my body. So, we love people who want to help and are understanding, but it's really helpful if you ask permission because you don't understand that person's condition like they do. And you don't want to accidentally send them to the ER or have a dislocation or whatever it is because you don't know. And I know that it's not just me that have reactions to scents. It's one of the major common triggers for people with asthma in general. So please keep that in mind, that you don't want to make the situation worse on accident because you don't know the situation of that person's medical. Also, if they're saying they need something, it's awfully helpful to us if you believe they need something. Because I know it's easy to think, oh, that's a young person in a wheelchair. They don't really need that wheelchair, but you don't really know their medical background. And there's some people like me that I go between a walker and a wheelchair. And it's so important to know that I'm doing the best I can, just like you're probably doing the best that you can. And not to judge, because there's some moments I can stand, there's some moments I can walk, there's some moments I need my wheelchair. So making comments about like, oh, you're so strong, you don't need a walker, or you're so lucky to have some of your conditions, because one of my conditions, I need sodium and I like the high sodium foods. Please don't, because you don't know what I'm going through or what anybody else is going through that's disabled. I know that so many people think it's awesome I'm supposed to be eating high sodium foods, but my POTS also comes with needing to constantly drink water, constantly be consuming sodium, or I'll get dizzy, I can fall down, I don't do good in the heat, there's so many symptoms and so many, the brain fog, there's so many things that come with it that it's not fun. And even though you know that one symptom and it seems cool to you, that doesn't mean it's cool. So I think it's awesome if disabled people and not disabled people can build a healthy working relationship together. And I know there's some people that I've really done well with doing that. And I hope that if you meet a disabled person, that you keep an open mind to this. If you know they're disabled or not, because some people don't look disabled and they are. And that you'll believe them if they say they are. And that you respect them, even if they have behaviors you don't understand, because maybe they have autism or learning disabilities or things that you might not know about. And that's okay. It's okay that there's differences. Ask questions, ask what could help. I love it when people ask, what can I do to help? Or try to understand what's going on in my body and my life. And those questions can prevent an ER visit if you're just trying to pick something, to help in a way that might not be good to our asthma or something else that you don't know about. Because if you've seen my profile list, I have at least 9 disabilities between my ADHD and learning disabilities and POTS and asthma and EDS and all these things. And please just know that you don't know anybody's full medical history and what they go through on a daily basis and what could help them or make them worse, but they do because they live it every single day. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.